Hey, Hog fans, we are so excited to announce a new partnership with the University of Arkansas. We've been bringing you stories on the Hog Pod and giving you daily updates on the Razorback Daily, and I hope you've subscribed to the Razorback Brew. But now comes Hogs Plus, a new original content subscription network designed just for you, the Razorback fans. We're going behind the scenes for follow documentary series with your favorite teams throughout the athletic department, producing short documentaries, stories of the past and the present, hundreds of hours of content just for you, the Razorback fan. And it all debuts Friday, September 10th at hogsplus.com.
Something is going to come out of this, you know. As long as I stay down, as long as I work, something's going to happen. Something good got to come out of this, you know. That's all I knew, man, was just to keep my head down and work, man, just stay out the way. And I did that. Going to football practice, that kept me out the streets at nighttime, you know, because I'd be at football practice all night. I say football had a lot to do with taking me out, you know, doing nonsense, doing crazy stuff in the streets.
Welcome into the Hog Pod. I'm Bo Mattingly, and this episode is made possible by our friends at First Security Bank, Saracen Resort, Abuelita Maria, and South by Northwest Hospitality. Arkansas junior running back Traylon Smith is on his way to becoming a big-time playmaker for the Razorbacks. But if it wasn't for football, his life could have taken a completely different turn.
I'd say it was about 9 of us in like a 3-bedroom apartment, you know.
Wow.
And so sometimes, you know, you just sleep wherever you can sleep at, on the couch, on the floor, you know, in the bed or whatnot.
Football gave Smith an opportunity, and he became a Texas high school standout that received a scholarship from Arizona State.
Starting from their own 20-yard line, Traylon Smith with a nice burst, and he gets all the way out to the 40-yard line, picks up about 20 on the run.
But after a coaching change in Tempe, Smith entered the transfer portal. Landing him an Arkansas offer he was quick to accept.
I committed right on the phone. Told him I'm coming.
You got a big smile on your face again.
Told him I'm coming.
Did you like the move here?
I love every bit of it, man. I feel like that was the best move for me. That was the best decision for me, and I don't regret it, not one bit.
It might not have been that easy at first. He had to sit out a year due to transfer rules and was behind Rakeem Boyd on the depth chart. But Smith knew he'd get his chance.
You know, it taught me a lot. It just taught me to stay humble. It taught me to be patient. It taught me to just always continue to grind, always continue. You just never give up. You know, it just taught me to just keep going, and the moment will come eventually.
And when it did, he was ready, piling up 710 yards on just 134 carries.
Toss, give it to Smith on a draw. Traylon's got room inside the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas! 16 yards, Traylon Smith. They run the draw, and that's...
Now, Smith is living his best life as 22 looks to become Arkansas's next 1,000-yard rusher. Have you always been fast as long as you can remember?
As long as I remember, yeah. I always had speed on me, most definitely.
When did you realize you were fast? How old, you think?
I was about like 8 years old, like 7, 8 years old. We used to go out there and run. And, you know, growing up, we used to race for money or, you know, for $1 or $2, you know, growing up. And so we used to run. And I used to win a lot, and, you know, and so I started noticing that, I had speed on me. And I started playing football at the age of 6. So when I started playing football, you know, back when you're younger, they really don't tell you, you know, everything about football. They just put you somewhere, and that's the position you play. And so when out there we ran, I was like one of the fastest guys out there, and so they put me at running back. You know, they was like, you're going to be the one to carry the ball, you know, go score a touchdown. And so, you know, I realized I was fast at a young age.
Were you always smaller than a lot of guys?
Yeah. Growing up, you know, I never really had the size, you know, like the usual backs, you know, you see nowadays, 220, 225, 230, you know. I always been like 180, 185, you know, 190 now, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I had never even reached the 200, so, you know, I always been, you know, the smaller type back, but I use that as motivation, man, and I put a chip on my shoulder, you know.
Being a parent, I've seen this a little bit. So you can be a small running back or a guy with the ball in your hands up through like 5th, 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to junior high, and some guys start hitting their growth spurt
Right.
at an earlier age. Now, all of a sudden, the running backs are the big guys that can run. It's not the little shifty guy anymore.
Right.
Did anybody ever tell you at some point along the way, man, I don't know if you're big enough to play running back anymore?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, I heard it a few times, especially getting ready to go to college and, you know, playing on a high level, bigger stage, you know. It was like the word, you know, the question was always, you know, you think you're going to still play running back? You think they're going to move you to receiver or whatnot? You know, it used to frustrate me a little bit. You know, me being the athlete I am, you know, just, you know, I want to give it my all every time I go out there. You know, it low-key was disrespectful to me. You know, that's how I took it. But I use it as motivation, man. I grind, I work hard, you know. And even though, you know, I am a small back, man, I run like I'm 220, you know what I'm saying? I run like I'm 230, and so that's all that matters.
Franks hands it off, huge hole, Traylon Smith. And he takes it past the 40. Tennessee little light on the defensive side.
You're from Texas, the
Yes, sir.
Houston area.
Yes, sir.
What was life like growing up? What kind of neighborhood, what kind of family situation were you in?
Family situation, man, it was a lot of us. It was my parents, you know, both of my parents, you know, both of my brothers. I had my grandmother, my grandfather stayed with us as well. My oldest brother had his girlfriend living with us at the time, so I say it was about 9 of us in like a 3-bedroom apartment, you know.
Wow.
And so sometimes, you know, you just sleep wherever you can sleep at, on the couch, on the floor, you know, in the bed or whatnot. But, you know, one room was to my parents, one room was to my grandmother, so the other room was for everybody, you know what I'm saying? So we grew up there. Growing up, we moved a lot, so we moved from place to place, you know.
In the same area?
In the same area, yeah. We always stayed in the same area, but, you know, we was moving from apartment to apartment like every year almost, like that. Just remember growing up moving. But football was a huge thing, you know, growing up in our household. My baby brother played football. My oldest brother played football. We all went to college and played football, got a chance to experience it. And so growing up, sports was huge, and I say that definitely kept us out the way, you know, because growing up, you know, living where we was living, you know, there was a lot of things going on outside of football in the streets, you know, like back home, like with, you know, like drugs, murdering and stuff like that. So, you know, football gave us a way out, you know, used that as tunnel vision, and it worked out.
Yeah, how'd you stay out of that kind of stuff?
Man, I just knew what I wanted to do. You know, I knew it was better in life, you know. Most of my friends back home, you know, they still back home, you know, doing the same things. And I love them to this day. I still talk to them, you know, they're still my boys. But, you know, I had a different dream. I had a different path, you know. I knew what I wanted to do growing up as a kid. I always had a dream of going to the NFL, you know, playing in the league. And so I stuck to the script, man. I stayed in my lane, man. I kept my head down. I just worked.
Where'd that come from? That desire, that drive, that why, that want to?
Man, I say, man, it come from just growing up and just seeing things I saw, you know, just growing up and living in that environment. And I say my father as well, my mother as well, you know, they've been through so much. And not once I never seen them give up, you know, on each other, on us in life. You know, they always found the way. And I feel like they carried on with me.
So your parents kind of were an example of fighting through some adversity for you?
Yes, sir, most definitely.
And along the way, football was a stabilizing force.
Yes, sir.
And who in football, if anybody, kind of took you under their wing and maybe mentored you?
Growing up as a kid, actually I talk to him to this day. I don't know if you guys know him, but a dude named Harvey Williams.
2nd and 6 for LSU. First to Williams, inside the 25. He's got first down yardage to about the 18-yard line.
He went to LSU, played for the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs back in his day. But growing up, I met him like in the 6th grade, and he had a football team, like a little league football team going on during the springtime when we was out of football during the fall time. And so I joined his team, and just him being my coach, man, I learned a lot from him. He played running back as well, and he coached me all the way up through my high school, you know, all the way up through my senior high school. Even when I couldn't play for him no more, he went to every game. You know, his son played for me as well. But yeah, Harvey Williams, I have to shout him out, man. He taught me a lot, and he was the first one that told me, like, other than my father, he was the first one that told me, like, if this is what you really want to do and you work for it, it can happen. And I believe in it, and I stuck with it.
What were some things your father told you about that?
Man, my father is everything, man. I love that man to death. My father, you know, he'll always just have little sit-downs with me and my brothers and just tell us how life could be different, you know. And he said, you know, my father played football as well, and you know, he just tell us about the things he went through growing up and the things he wish he could take back, you know, if he could go back. And, you know, he just pondered us on just working hard, man, just grinding and just having no regrets on the field, you know, or in life period, you know. One thing, my father do love football, but he want to see me graduate, you know, that's first and foremost. So, you know, I'll be the first to do that in my family, and it's finna happen shortly, and so, you know, I'm blessed for that as well, you know.
You're going to be the first college graduate in your family?
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
You seem like such a solid, well-rounded person for growing up in a little bit of a, is chaotic the right word? Just kind of all over the place kind of an environment? Is that?
Yes, sir.
Like, so how?
Man, we was just kept God first, man. Faith, you know, having faith, believing in something better, you know, believing that something is gonna come out of this, you know. As long as I stay down, as long as I work, something's gonna happen. Something good gotta come out of this, you know. That's all I knew, man, was just to keep my head down and work, man, just stay out the way. And I did that. Going to football practice, that kept me out the streets at nighttime, you know, because I'd be at football practice all night, come home, go to sleep, eat dinner, you know, go to sleep. And where I was from growing up, I did it year-round. So I played football during fall ball, and I played football during spring ball. You know, so it never stopped for me. You know, I kept going. So I say football had a lot to do with taking me out, you know, doing nonsense, doing crazy stuff in the streets and hanging with my friends or whatnot. But yeah, to answer your question, man, I just say faith, man, just having faith.
Did you know there's an easier way to bank better all across Arkansas? First Security Bank is here to help you discover your better banking experience. Valued members of the community that have built up the trust of Arkansans for years. Not only are they the people you can trust, but you know they have your best interest in mind and want to help you bank better. But what is your better? Log on to fsbank.com and find out. First Security Bank, only in Arkansas. Bank better. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Support for the Hog Pod comes from South by Northwest Hospitality, owners of Theo's, Eastside Grill, and Southern Food Company. They've got you covered in every direction. Whether you're visiting the northern edges of Northwest Arkansas or knocking around East or West Fayetteville, you can grab an Onyx coffee, a late-night drink, or some of the best food around. Whichever way your compass points, join us at Theo's, Eastside Grill, or the Southern Food Company.
Again, it's Smith. And again, it's a big hole, and it's another first down.
Play anything else?
I played basketball.
Yeah?
I played basketball and I ran track.
In high school?
I played basketball all the way up to the 8th grade. And when I got to high school, I stopped.
Did you run track in high school or just focus on football?
I ran track. Yeah, I ran track every year.
What were you running?
I ran 100 meter. I ran the 4x1. I did the 4x2.
I mean, you got a big smile on your face right now. Like, you liked it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Did you win a lot?
Fun. I did win a lot of races. My team, we was really good, pretty good.
And football was pretty good too, right?
Oh, yeah.
You were like, by the time you got out of high school, I think you were the number 6 running back in Texas. Texas is a huge state. Yeah. And top 30 running back in the country.
Right.
What was high school to recruiting, that part of your life like? What was happening there?
When the recruits started to come in, I got my first offer from SMU my junior year in high school. once that came, they just started flowing throughout the season. They started coming in. Then I started getting them from everywhere, you know. But the process itself, you know, it was a blessing, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it, you know. I visited a few schools. I couldn't go to everybody, but I visited a few schools, and I ended up committing to Arizona State University. But the process, it was fun. It was I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it's hard. You know, you can only make one decision. So I met a lot of coaches. I gained a lot of good connections with a lot of people, and at the end of the day, I can only make one decision. I chose Arizona State, and then I started that path.
Who were your top 3 or 4 when you chose Arizona State?
My top 3 or 4, I had Arizona State, I had U of H, University of Houston, I had Boise State, and I had Colorado State. Did
you have a dream, like in the recruiting process, that maybe you'd get to go to an SEC school, or was that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I always wanted to get a scholarship from the SEC, you know, especially, you know, with people always saying, like, you know, you're not big enough, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know, with my mindset, I want to show people. That's how I think. You know, you tell me I can't, I'm going to show you I can do it.
There he goes. Smith at the 40, to midfield, to the Florida 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas!
I always wanted an SEC scholarship, ended up not getting one. You know, I didn't get one in high school, so ended up going to the Pac-12, playing in that conference at Arizona State, did that for 2 years.
Long way from home, by the way.
Long way from home, 18 hours.
What was it like at Arizona State?
It was different. It was a lot different from what I grew up to. You know, it was palm trees. It was beautiful, you know, very hot. It was very hot. It was just a beautiful scenery all around. You know, I enjoyed every bit of it, yeah.
It's so hot there, you have to practice at night in training camp, right?
Yeah, it's either at nighttime or it's early in the morning. You know, we'll be off the field. I remember at Arizona State, we'll have practice like 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll be off by 10, 11. Done for the day. You know, just got school and you're done.
One or the other. I mean, your shoes are going to melt if you're out there
right.
in the middle of the day.
Right.
So you go to Arizona State, and this happens to a lot of people. I mean, what happened? Just wasn't the right fit or didn't work out? I mean, what was your perspective on?
Yeah, so when I went there, it was the head coach, Ty Graham. He recruited me coming in. And after my freshman year, they ended up firing him, and then they brought in Coach
Edwards.
Herm Edwards.
Block him, offense, block him. Stay up, don't go low. Tackle him up high. Team run, man.
Good guy, Herm Edwards is a good guy as well. But you know, once he came, you know, things kind of went downhill for me. He wasn't playing as much, and I felt like I needed a new opportunity, a new spot to go to, a fresh start, and so I decided to enter the portal. Once I entered the portal, you know, a few months go by, I'm talking, I'm getting, you know, calls, I'm getting phone calls from small schools, big schools, and then one day I hit up Chad Moore's. Remember I told you before, they gave me my first scholarship.
At SMU?
At SMU.
Offer, yeah.
And so I hit up Chad Moore's and chopped it up with him, told him my situation. It was actually Coach Craddock, the offensive coordinator at the time. Chopped it up with him. I told him my situation. He said he'd get back at me in a few days and he'll talk to Coach Morris for me. And so I waited, and then a few days went by, he called me, and then they told me I had a full ride scholarship, and I committed right on the phone. Told him I'm coming.
So what happened once you got here? How have you worked yourself into the mix? What's that? Because it's been a journey, too. It's not like you showed up and, you know,
you're carrying it
15, 20 times a game.
So when I first got here, NCAA said I couldn't play, so they didn't waive me. So I had to sit out a year, so I used my red shirt. Doing that, I was on scout team coming in my first year, and so with my mindset, I was just going out there every day, just trying to make the defense better, you know, any way possible, just make the defense better, but also show the coaches what I can do while I'm out here on scout team, you know. I'm playing against the ones, you know, these the starters. I play against them every day at practice. And so my mindset was just to go out there and show the coaches, like, let me show y'all what I can do, man. I'm finna ball out. And so every day, I went out there and I did that, man. Bust my ass, worked hard, did special teams, did all special teams, scout. I did offensive scout, and I did it every day for a whole year, and I worked hard at doing it.
Smith for the injured Rakeem Boyd has a first down and a gain of 11.
And last year it started to pay off, right?
And last year it started to pay off. Yes, sir.
What was last year like?
A blast.
This is Sam Pittman's first year.
Yes, sir. It was a blast, amazing. Coming in, had big goals, big dreams, big goals, and just being behind Rakeem Boyd, my big brother, man, I learned a lot from him, I learned a lot from him. He taught me a lot. He put me under his wing, and just going into that season, at first it was him, starting it off, and then Mississippi State came, and then, he had got hurt, like, in the second quarter, and that's when my number was called, man, and I was ready, man. I prepared for it all year, all last year, and the moment was there. And so when I went out there, I just remember I just told myself to stay focused, remember the things remember the things and everything else gonna work out for itself, and it did.
Smith straight ahead, Rakeem Boyd still banged up. Nifty move and another first down for the Hogs. Traylon Smith in for the injured Rakeem.
Well, you ended up running for over 700 yards, 5 touchdowns on just 134 carries.
Yes, sir.
That's a pretty good year.
Yes, sir.
What did you see? Like, what was happening for you that was allowing you to kind of hit that stride?
I seen my team, they believed in me, When my number was called, didn't nobody really see me perform in a real game or whatnot, so, they only see me perform at practice, and so when Rakeem did get hurt, they was a little worried, but they threw me in there, and my opportunity was there, and throughout that whole process, my teammates, they believed in me every way. I mean, every bit of the way, going out there, they like, let's go, Trey, you got this, stay focused, you got this. Just them having faith in me, it motivated me even more, it encouraged me to go even harder, and I definitely say I had a blast this year. This is just the beginning, man. It's big dreams ahead, big goals ahead, and I'm ready.
Razorbacks bring a man in motion. Jefferson gets the snap. Going to give it to Smith. Traylon at the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas. Smith for 15, and the Hogs add to the lead.
So what's the message there, you think? Did you learn anything about not being the guy, but being prepared so that if your number gets called, you're ready? Because once it's there, coaches like to say, once the moment arrives, it's too late.
It's too late, It's either you're ready or you're not. And I know that as an athlete, I know that any given moment, the time could be there and it can't, So when Rakeem Boyd got hurt, I knew I was ready. I'm not gonna lie, I knew I was ready. I knew I was ready to perform, and it was my time to show everybody what I could do. And just going out there, knowing that I was ready, it made me play more confident. It made me play faster. I was thinking quicker. I was able to have fun playing the game. I was able to have fun, and it taught me a lot. It just taught me to stay humble. It taught me to be patient. It taught me to just always continue to grind, always continue. Just never give up. It just taught me to just keep going, and the moment will come eventually. Me personally, when I heard the news, it was simple. I just told myself, it's time to step up to the plate. I've been preparing for this moment for the longest, and I'll be ready most definitely.
I really enjoy talking about the all-new Saracen Resort in Pine Bluff because it's an incredible place. With everything that Saracen offers, you'll enjoy every second of your time there. The facilities cover a huge area that was previously a soybean field. Nowadays, it's a first-class operation offering tons of fun. Enjoy dining in one of their 5 restaurants, including the Red Oak Steakhouse, which is destined to be known as Arkansas's finest culinary dining experience. The Red Oak features cattle and bison from the Quapaw's own herd in Oklahoma, and the meat is processed in their own facility, the Quapaw Cattle Company. The Saracen also serves their own Quapaw brand coffee, featuring beans sourced from more than 20 countries and roasted in their own ovens. And for beer lovers, the Saracen includes an incredible on-site microbrewery. From Little Rock, head south toward Pine Bluff and exit when I-530 ends. It's only about 40 minutes from Little Rock. Arkansas's Quapaw heritage since 1673. Well, Hog fans, if you're anything like me, there are few things more addicting than chips and salsa and cheese dip. It's a favorite of mine at every restaurant, and it's about to get better. Abuelita Maria is a longtime Arkansas-based company. They've been making fresh tortillas and tortilla chips in Springdale since 1994, and now they're announcing their newest creation, officially licensed Razorback-shaped tortilla chips. So be on the lookout at your neighborhood bar or restaurant for these Razorback-shaped tortilla chips. I've seen them, tasted them, and they are delicious and sturdy and look just like a Razorback. So just when you thought you couldn't love chips and salsa and cheese dip more, our friends at Abuelita Maria have raised the bar with fresh Arkansas-made tortilla chips in the shape of a Razorback. Learn more at abuelitamaria.com. Hey, Hog fans, want to get and stay connected to the Razorbacks? Hogs Plus is an original subscription content network where you experience unprecedented access.
We're going to do it our way.
And relive the greatest moments in Razorback history.
Do you believe in fairy tales?
It's the premium content you've always wanted, designed just for you, the Razorback fan. Sign up this Friday at hogsplus.com.
They give it to Traylon Smith. Touchdown, Arkansas. Traylon Smith with his second rushing touchdown in as many weeks.
How would you describe your game, how you are as a running back?
I feel like I'm the full package. Yeah, I'm not that big in size, but I run, like I told you before, I feel like I run like I'm 220, 230. You know, I run hard, I run powerful, I can catch out the backfield. I got speed, shifty, I can pass block. I mean, I feel like I'm the full package, and it's just my time. I feel like it's my time.
You got good vision?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You looked at me like I was crazy for asking.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
When you say it's your time and you're ready, in your mind, what's that mean?
It's just time to stamp my ticket, man. Punch my ticket in, man. You know, I've been humble, you know, very humble. You know, my mama, that's one thing my mama always told me to do is remain humble. And I've always been that guy, and been very patient, and the moment is here. This is what I've been waiting on my whole life. This is what I've been waiting on, and I'm doing it at the biggest level in college football, being in the SEC, the closest thing to the NFL, and I'm just ready to show everybody, the scouts, the NFL, everybody, my coaches, my players, my teammates, the fans here at Arkansas. I'm just ready to show everybody that 22, that's their guy.
Toss, give it to Smith on a draw. Traylon's got room inside the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas. 16 yards, Traylon Smith. They run the draw, and that's 39.
It's amazing. We do these stories, and, you know, a lot of them are like yours from the standpoint of how it started wasn't necessarily how you hoped it would start. You didn't end up necessarily with the scholarship offer you wanted. You know, you wanted to be in the SEC and show people that you could really do it. You ever think about that? You ever think about, man, about this journey you've been on?
Always, man. I always, when I get alone, you know, when I got time by myself, you know, I think about the path I went down, the road I took, and everything I've been through to get here. And I'm forever blessed, man. I thank God every day, man. Thank him for, you know, giving me another opportunity. Thank him for, you know, just putting me in the position I am today. You know, a lot of kids, young kids want to be here, and I am here. And so I'm truly blessed. And when I look down that road, you know, I realized I came a long way. And it was a lot of people who stood behind me and helped me get here. And I'm forever thankful.
How about this team from year one with Coach Pittman, now going into year 2? How far do you think you guys have come?
Oh, we came a long way. We came a long way, man. This is a real brotherhood. I feel like this is a real team, one sound. That's what we are, one team, one sound. And come next Saturday, everybody gonna be able to witness it.
Boundary and give it to Smith straight ahead. Touchdown, Arkansas. Traylon Smith.
Have you ever been on a team like that? You know, people talk about that all the time. And I've been privileged to see you guys a little bit. I've been around.
Right.
And it seems a little unusual how close you guys seem to be. Now, I'm not with you guys all the time. I'm just giving you the perspective I pick up on.
Right.
Am I right about that? Does it feel a little bit unusual?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely, it is unusual, man, but I love every bit of it, you know? It's definitely a brotherhood here, you know?
Well, I think that's what, like, a coach that's what every coach is trying to achieve. Like, how do I get these guys to play for each other? And to feel like you're a part of that, does that feel unique? Does it feel special?
It's very special, and I always be a part of this, you know. When we take that team photo, you know, I always have my face right there in that photo with my brothers, that brotherhood, and it'll always be there. You know, years from now, we'll be able to come back and speak on this team here, and it's just, it's truly, like, you gotta see it, man. You gotta see it. Like, I know you say you see it, but you gotta see behind the scenes, man, when we in the locker room, you know, even when we outside of football, hanging with each other at the pool, or, you know, we out there hooping or whatnot, we are always together. I felt like that brought us a lot closer, and that's the difference between last year and this year.
What do you think that does for a team? Like, how can that change the way you guys play the game or take it up a notch or whatever? Do you see that? Can you quantify that?
Right. I feel like what it does for the team is, like, we're able to talk to each other, you know, and not feel like somebody's getting on your tail, or not feel like somebody's bringing you down, but trying to encourage you, you know, when you slacking. Like, let's go, bro, pick it up. You got this, let's go. You know, when you got that bond like that, that player you was just talking to, he know that, okay, he's just trying to help me. He's just trying to keep me. He's just trying to lift me. He want me to do better, so that's what I'm going to do. But when the bond not there, you know, that guy who just said that, they'll usually argue, or, you know, they'll get into an argument, or they'll try to fight, or, you know, because that dude feel disrespected. You know, like, who are you to tell me I got to do this, you know? And that's the difference between the team last year and this year, man. Like, we're able to communicate in a way, and nobody feel no type of way towards it, you know? Nobody feel no way towards it, you know? They see it as encouragement, and they want to do better.
You guys get along, but you're also competitive with each other, like, like crazy. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I see some of that.
Yes, sir.
Y'all love getting after each other.
Oh, yeah, the defense and the offense, it's like we compete every day. D versus O, we compete every day. And it actually makes us both better on both sides of the ball.
Smith on the call, he's got a big hole, there he goes. Smith at the 40, to midfield, to the Florida 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas! Touchdown, Arkansas!
Tell me more about off the field. Like, what we're getting to know you. So what do you like to do when you're not playing football, and what do you do with your boys?
When I'm not playing football with my boys, man, we'll probably go to like a pool, you know, get on the grill, cook on the grill, you know, barbecue some hamburgers or whatnot, bring the speaker out, you know, play a little volleyball with the girls or whatnot, you know, just hanging out, having a good time, or, you know, I'll be at home or playing a video game with them on Call of Duty online or whatnot, you know. Or we'll go out to Dixon, you know, on like, for instance, we win Saturday night, you know. We go have a good time on Dixon, but we go together, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, we're always together, you know. We make plans, and when we make plans, it's making plans together. Like, this summer we went on the river trail, and the whole team went, you know. Damn near the whole team went, and we had a good time on the river trail. We was out there for hours, just enjoying our own company, you know, just bonding, getting closer and closer, and that's what I like. What's your
go-to food if you're grilling out?
If I'm grilling out?
Yeah, what's your go-to if you could pick it?
I like ribs.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta get some, I gotta have some mac and cheese, you know. I gotta get,
That's a good combo.
Oh, yeah, that's a good combo. I like that.
You like to eat?
I love to eat. Growing up, my mama, she cooked dinner, that homemade meal. Yeah, I love to eat.
Dessert,
ice cream.
What kind?
Cookie and cream.
Oreo,
yeah.
So do you go to, like, all the different spots? The Shakes, the Dairy Queens,
I love Dairy
Brahms,
Queens.
the whatevers.
I like Dairy Queens.
Yeah.
That's my spot. That's the spot I go to.
You get a Blizzard?
Blizzard. If I get the Blizzard, it's an Oreo Blizzard.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Do you make anything? Are you a cook? Like, do you make a good dish?
I really don't. I don't know how to cook that much,
Yeah.
but I know how to cook like chicken parmesan. I know how to make chicken parmesan. I know how to make fried chicken. You know, and that's pretty much it, man.
How do you mentally recover? How do you get your headspace right?
Music. I listen to music, man. Music. Or
What do you like? What's your go-to?
My go-to, my favorite artist is Lil Wayne.
Okay.
I love Lil Wayne. That's my favorite artist, and so. Game day, I turn him on. He get me pumped up. I'm ready to go.
That's your pregame hype.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go.
It's not unusual to see a guy like you who's really shifty, hard to tackle, great vision, fast. It's a little unusual to see a guy your size want to try to truck somebody sometimes.
Right.
What's that all about?
It's that dog mentality. You know, it's that dog mentality. You know, fear none. You know, I fear God. That's it. I fear God, you know. And so with that being said, on the field, I fear nobody, and I'm gonna go hard, man. I got that dog mentality, man. I got a chip on my shoulder, and every day, every time I step on the field, you gonna see it.
From their own 20-yard line, Traylon Smith with a nice burst, and he gets all the way out to the 40-yard line, picks up about 20 on the run for the redshirt junior.
How do you hope Razorback fans remember you when your time is done?
I say, when I leave, when it's time for me to hang my cleats up here at Arkansas, man, I want them to say, you know, I was the best running back to come through here. Most definitely. Traylon Smith, the best yet.
That's no small goal, bro.
Most definitely.
You don't set little goals, do you?
No, not at all.
Just big ones?
Big ones, man. Big dream.
Yeah, that's awesome. 22.
Big.
22.
Most definitely.
Thanks again for joining us on The Hog Pod, a sport and story production in conjunction with Learfield. Please go to Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen and subscribe, rate, and review The Hog Pod. I'm Bo Mattingly, your host and executive producer. The Hog Pod is produced by Bart Pullman. Episodes are engineered, mixed, and edited by James Youngblood. Our production assistants are Emery Kincaid and Evan Eccleston. Theme music for The Hog Pod is composed by Sweet 25. Our supervising producers are Kyle Parkinson and Chrissy Gilbertson. Special thanks to Traylon Smith, ESPN, and the SEC Network. Support for the Hog Pod comes from First Security Bank, only in Arkansas. Sarah's and Resort, now open in Pine Bluff. Abuelita Maria, the only officially licensed Razorback-shaped tortilla chips. And South by Northwest Hospitality. Visit them in Northwest Arkansas at Theo's, Eastside Grill, and the Southern Food Company. We hope you'll join us next week for another edition of The Hog Pod.